All right, so it is almost Thanksgiving, which means one thing. It is just about time for the dome, and I have seen some talks online about a particular driver that shouldn't be allowed to be invited to the dome, and we're going to talk about it today. Before we get into it, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Angry Duck Graphics. I have partnered up with Angry Duck Graphics to release my very own merch line. I'm going to link that down in the comments of this video if you're watching on Facebook, or the description if you are watching this on YouTube. They have hoodies, t-shirts, hats, a whole bunch of different stuff, and it really supports me. So if you feel like it, go over there, check it out. I'd make a really good Christmas present, but we're going to get into the video. So the driver in particular that I'm talking about today is Carson Hocevar. Now, Carson Hocevar is a NASCAR Xfinity Series and Truck Series driver who does race on dirt on occasion. I mean, you see other guys that do that, like Christopher Bell and Kyle Larson, who run NASCAR mainly, but also run like sprint cars, midgets, late models, stuff like that. And there was some talk going on online that Carson Hocevar should not be invited to the dome because he is not a regular driver. And there's a couple things wrong with this statement. Number one, I don't believe that we should gatekeep events like this. Carson Hocevar has been driving on dirt. I think his first time racing on dirt, he raced at Eldora in 2022, I believe it was. And there was a couple comments in particular that was talking about how he took away an amazing experience for another driver. Well, I've got a couple opinions, first of all. So my first thought is I don't really know who cares that he got invited. I mean, they're trying to get the best viewership possible. So why would you not want to invite Carson Hocevar and bring some of his fans over, saying like, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna go give this a try because I see my favorite Xfinity car driver, my favorite Truck Series driver, Carson Hocevar is racing." And then maybe if they watch that, they're like, "Hey, this dirt racing stuff, that's pretty cool. I kind of like that. I'm going to watch it more." And I genuinely believe that people like Kyle Larson and Christopher Bell have brought NASCAR fans to the sport of dirt racing, and that's good because we want viewership. High Limit had gotten a couple national televised races this past season, and eventually the plan is to have dirt racing as widely available as NASCAR, where you don't have to spend $150 a year or $40 a month for Dirt Vision or Flow Racing or any of these other racing platforms. That's why I have never charged, and as far as I'm currently staying right now, will never charge for my videos because I make money from ads and sponsorships, and I know Flow Racing and them all do too. So I personally don't believe in charging for my videos. Obviously, I know why Flow Racing does because they have a production that they got to run. But the general idea is to make dirt racing more more widely available, because of dirt racing, if it was on TV, I remember watching the Lucas Oil ASCS 360 sprint cars on Mav TV when I was younger. I loved that. I watched that every night, and I would record them if I missed them. And there's not really anything like that right now outside of if you want to subscribe to Flow. And another problem, you got to subscribe to Flow Racing for a certain set of events, but then you have to subscribe to Dirt Vision for a whole different set of events. But I'm kind of rambling on that. I'm going to get back to the main point of this video. Is I don't see a problem with Carson Hocevar racing at the Dome. I'm going to be honest, because the whole thing where it's like, oh, well, he's taking the spot of what could be another good dirt driver. He's taking money from full-time drivers. I saw that argument that some people were making with Kyle Larson running sprint cars, when especially like when he would run like Knoxville Nationals, stuff like that, or go to like World of Outlaws events. They're like, oh hey, he's taking points and money from full-time drivers. Because when I see that, if I see Kyle Larson go in and you've got like Buddy Kofoid, David Gravel, guys like that running for the championship, and he goes in there and beats them, I don't think the problem is Kyle Larson running sprint cars against full time guys and taking their money. I think the problem is these full time guys getting whooped by a NASCAR driver. And I mean, that's what Kyle Larson is. Kyle Larson is a NASCAR driver full time that runs sprint cars and other stuff whenever he can. And I would love for Kyle Larson to go full time on sprint cars because there's every time that their series goes to a track around me, it's always a Saturday or a Friday, and Kyle Larson is racing NASCARs, and I don't get to watch him. So I would love for Kyle Larson to not be a NASCAR driver as much as the next guy. But that's just really not going to be the case for quite a while, as I'm going to assume, because NASCAR is not going anywhere anytime soon. But I feel like this whole argument is kind of silly. I think it's kind of just like, I don't know. I think it's just kind of a bad argument. I think it's just the fact that Carson Hocevar is disliked. I think it really all stems from when he had that altercation with Jason Fager, which I have my own opinions about. I'm not going to get into those opinions on this video today, but I think that upset a lot of people when him and Jason Fager, I can't remember if it was last year or the year before last, that him and Fager had that run in at the Dome where both guys ended up getting torn up. Fager admittedly tore up Hocevar's car after what he thought he did wrong. I'm going to leave that for you guys to debate in the comments section. But yeah, that's about really all I got to say. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. If you believe that Carson Hocevar should be allowed to run at St. Louis and run in the Dome. I personally believe that he is, or he should be. And I'm happy because his ride's pretty fire. I'll pop it up on screen right now. His ride is pretty fire. I'm really liking it, and I can't wait to watch him because he's definitely one of my favorite drivers when it comes to like the NASCAR stuff and on dirt. I'm hoping to get a couple. There's a midget that I was looking at online. I might buy for my background. So I'm gonna hopefully try to get some more stuff for that soon. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. A big shout out again to Angry Duck Graphics for partnering with me. This is what I was teasing for a while when I told you guys I had big things coming, but I could not announce them until it was time. So thank you guys for all your support. And with that being said, I'll see you guys all on my next video.